Guys, as I have said, they was going to try to stop me. I said that they were going to take down this live, and they have. But here I am. You can't stop me, narky, narky, narky. You can't stop me, narky, narky, narky. You gonna go on one of these. That's hanging. Child, I can't with y'all. Idiots. Losers. With a capital L on your forehead. Anyway, as I was saying, the scientific matters that they keep bringing forth to us with all these fraudulent fake doctors, they're scientifically wrong. Okay, wake up. They're reinforcing it in their own manner, but we can't see it because we're so money hungry. um the DOJ is falling apart, losing just everything. um Biden, excuse me, I'm so sorry. I done called the man the wrong thing. I said that I would not call him Joe anymore. I will call him Doe, DOE, because we already know where he at. Okay? So, Doe Biden, you know, he issued for everybody different facilities that's giving out this, free donuts, and idiot fool bomb mentally piss poor as I think it was T Hour or Tupac called him piss poor mentally, running to go get a donut just for that. Just child. And then we got the other piss poor people. They're giving out a gift card just to go get this. You and your family gonna take you out for a gift card. You won't even get a chance to spend it because you're gonna get weak your first 3 days through the week. Then, for everybody, because it's a lot of people that work for the federal government, they say, oh, dummies, idiots, hey, stupidity people. We gonna give you this. What Joe Biden said. We gonna give you $100. We're gonna give you $100, and we're gonna give you a day off. We're gonna give you time off. They ain't say a day. They say time off. We're gonna give you time off, so you can leave from work, go home, and grab all your family, and go get them vaccinated. Somebody telling you what to do with your family, and you leading them because you're allowing them to lead you and your family to the slaughterhouse. Gone for $100. I hope you get something worth $100 that can make you survive and be alive after this. Anytime somebody paying you, honey, believe me, free ain't free. I learned that a long time ago. Because if you get the hookup TV or whatever, when it break, can you take it back to the store? No. So you suck with it. I just can't. Don't y'all remember when this young lady right here, which is the leader of the free world's daughter, don't you remember when she got up there and I did a video for you to see? Remember this? Remember that? And then it had the little X and then the little scanner beside it for us to run to that. For some of us, it went over our head. And once you run to the scanner, it tells you something. Let me see if I can find it. It tells you this. We're not gonna take it. No, we're not gonna take it. We're not gonna take it anymore. This is a cue drop that says we're not gonna take it. People were sending me, I guess this was the money ago, oh my gosh, that's Ivanka Trump. Why is she taking the vax? First of all, she got a daddy that's fighting on behalf. I just can't. I ain't even going to entertain it. I'm not. Because we don't consider the source. We don't look at the whole picture. Because right below her was the whole receipt or whatever you call it. And it had the little scanner. And it says if you scan that, it will lead you to the Q drop that says we're not going to take it. But anyway, moving right along. So Joe Biden is now saying to America's you, because see, she don't work for nobody no more. I will go broke before I say money, my life. Boop, boop. Which one you gonna take? Which one? Money, my life. Which one? For God I live and for God I die. I'm trusting him. He said that he is the healer of sickness. He did not create sickness. So why? Oh, why would we want to go and put something in our body? Our body has its natural own defenses. I done went through this over and over, and I ain't even gonna break it down again. I went through this before, even though they took it down. I'm sure that we got a chance. Baby, that cologne smell good, but you good cologne, you ain't got to spray no whole lot, baby. It's all the way down here, honey. You smell good. You smell good. Yeah. All the way from the bedroom to the living room, like anyway, when our body recognizes that there is some type of invader in our body, it goes on its natural first responses. It's something that's called a neutrophil. Neutrophils. I'm not a doctor, so don't expect me to speak their jargon correctly. Okay? They are our most common white blood cells that's in our body. So an invading microbe, that's what they call it, is most likely to meet that neutrophil first. Okay? God made our body that way. And then after they go on and do it, I ain't gonna browse, I'm skipping on that. Okay, so there's two types of defense or defenders. An activated T cell and a B cell. They live in our lymph nodes. Okay? They wait for a chance for anything, and I do mean anything, to come up against this great body that God created. Okay? Then there's something called the macrophage. MACROPHAGE. Look it up. Okay? That microphage is inside our lymph nodes as well. It's waiting in there like she knows to if you try her children. It's looking like. Okay. Then the dendritic, again, don't expect me to pronounce this. I ain't no doctor. But that's spelled DENDRITIC cell. It reports the information back. You know how kids come and be like, Mom, such said they was going to beat me up tomorrow. It tells that the dendritic, it tells the macrophage that. Okay? It reports that information back to our T cells and B cells. You know, the white blood cells. And then the cells can activate and jump into action. Why are we getting this? Okay? Just the lymph node system alone has special routes throughout your body where the immune cells can move all around your body. Child, please do your research. We got other more cell defenders, the T cells. I'm gonna keep on going, and we got the killer T cells. Those that's right there. That's like she knows. Like when kids come, they done talk to the teacher, they done talk to the principal. And now they gonna come home and they gonna talk to the killer T cell. That's mama. That's when they go in for the kill. When danger is great, the killer T cells kick in. They plan an action. They find out because the macrophage done spoke and sent them the dendritic done talked to the macrophage, and now they got all the killer T cells got all the information they need. Now it's gonna go in for the kill. Then it talks to the helpers, which is the T cells and the B cells and all that, and the microphage and then the microphage, it identifies the identity. Like, who is that at my door? It identifies it. Okay, and once it identifies what it is, it going for the kill. Why are we getting this? Why? The depending on the type of germ, bacteria, the helper T cell and the B cell, they join together and they fight, just like me and my kids. We get in there and we drag them on in the house. You want to come to my house? Come on. Why are we getting this? Why? When God built our body, the cells, they fight together. The B cells shoot out an antibody. Okay, you could think of it as a nest, right? And the nest is called immunoglobulin, something like that. That's spelled IMMUNOGLOBULINS. Okay, they look like letter Y's. They look, well, I don't want to do that, but they look like a letter Y. And then the germs, they get caught in the fork, the Y shape. They get caught in there, and they're neutralized so they can't infect the body. Why are we getting this? Why? Child, let me get on off of this because I'm just like the killer T cells, the B cells, which makes more and more copies of itself. I told y'all the last time that they soldiers, they stand by. So if the killer T cells and the B cells make more and more copies of themselves, they make more soldiers, honey, to go in and fight whatever is ill in your body, whatever. It didn't have no specific, if it's a cold sore throat or ear infection, the T and the B cells will work. But if it's anything else, no, it won't work. No, that ain't how God made us. It goes in an attack because God didn't create disease. But God sure can spack it and get it out of here. God threw the thought of everything in his basic instruction before leaving earth. That's the Bible. God thought of everything that we would go through. Why are we getting these? Why? Because we want to work. Honey, I love teaching children. I love being on the front line. I'm not working, and I have nothing coming in, but God will keep you. I don't even talk to me. I need my job to pay these bills. God, you better get on talking to God. You better start talking to him. You better start reaching out to these different programs. There's more programs than the Lord allowed right about now because of this so-called COVID pandemic. Honey, and I done reached out to all of them, honey, and they said they're working for me. You better make stuff work for you. Get off my channel because I don't want to hear it. If you believe in God and you know what God is and you know who God is, you know that he will keep you in perfect peace. That means everything. Everything. Why are you getting this? Just like the killer T cells and the B cells, again, they make more copies of itself. And then it sits in the lymph nodes. And then, it sits there and it waits before it even head anywhere near the infection. And when we feel swollen lymph nodes that are here and down by your groin and other places, it's because our activated B and T cells are making armies to fight the germ. I'm going to say it one more time. When we feel them swollen, Mom, this swollen and it hurt a little bit. Or Mom, look, I got lumps right here by my little groin on each side. When we feel the swollen lymph nodes, it's because our activated activated B and T cells are making armies to fight the germ. Basically, God made our body mission accomplished. When all the germs are destroyed, the battle is over. Hallelujah! Why are you getting this? Child, don't start me with this. Don't even do it. So everybody getting it, you don't know Jesus. You do not. Child, I'm getting upset that this man, lack of thereof, getting on here. And we so dumb. Oh, he said he gonna give me $100. Child, they was about to fire you because you was gonna take off because your child got sick in school. But you running to go get that the gift card. You running to go get a free donut. You disgust me. In enmity to God. That's just like disgust. You gonna go get a free donut. They paying you to walk to the slaughterhouse. Go on. No, I'm serious. Go on. Go ahead. Child, my prayer is, God, when this is all over, please let me be one of the ones still standing. Will you be one? Child, I just don't understand. I don't, and I ain't gonna try, because that ain't my job. My job is to keep me and my family
President of the United States of America.
They messing with the TV. They messing with my phone. They messing with my laptop. Yeah, that's what they doing.
Are we at a crossroads in America?
I just don't have time for the foolery. So, bear with me, honey. It ain't the first time you gonna see some white material. Bear on with me.
Thank you, General, for introducing us to Fernando and for a great time. Let me just ask you a quick, General Flynn, before you leave, because you said this to me as we were going on the air. Why is it that you are going all over the country and speaking so much and working so hard? Does it have anything to do with what you said when you sat at this desk in absolute interference? Are we at a crossroads in America? Are you out here fighting because you fear where America is going if we don't wake up enough people?
Yes, America is at a transition point in its history. And that transition point is one where we are going to continue down this path of this beautiful experiment democracy we call a constitutional republic, or we are going to switch and go down this other path called Marxism or socialism or communism. And people in this country need to decide which path that they want to take. And I know that there are hundreds of millions of people in this country that want to continue on with this beautiful experiment that we have been given, this God-given gift called the United States of America. And most people want that. What I want people to know that I'm doing is I will be a voice for the voiceless out there, Brandon. And I am going to fight for this country until my last breath. Amen. And I mean that. And I will get out and about this country as I am doing with myself and heroes and champions like Mike Lindell and others. But I want people to know, listening to this show tonight, that you have people like Fernando Mateo, who are other leaders out there, and they are stepping forward because they see what I see. They see what many of us who are paying attention to what's happening to our country see. And people are beginning to step up because we don't want to lose the freedoms that we have. We don't want to give up what our founders gave us and what many have sacrificed their very lives for. So this is an important time for our country. And I want people who listen to these words to know that it is time to get involved in the lifeblood of our country. Yes. No more sitting on the couch.
That's what Trump wants.
And I venture to say that he's going to have an international impact for this country because it's his message is just the right, and it's a message of good and decent and about an American story, and frankly, a person who has so much passion for doing what is right and taking the harder right path instead of the easier wrong path in life. So that's what I want people to know that we're doing out here. That this is a big, big transition point for America. So, wake up, America, and get involved. Thank you for allowing me that.
Remember,
Thank you, General Flynn.
MateoTheMayor.com.
Give that one more time.
MateoTheMayor.com. Chip in. And night.
Well, General Flynn went on the Frank speech for an entire hour to support Fernando Mateo for mayor of New York City, and also continuing to give us the message that we need to work at the local level. And a lot of folks are doing that now. We've shared that in past videos, and we're just excited as we see school boards are filled with parents fighting back and community members. And we're seeing all this, the voting as this light is turned on and folks are starting to see it more and more, how it's playing out. Here's some more information on that.
Leahy, because they understand that you and your team have gotten to the bottom of, are getting close to the bottom. Not totally, but inch by inch. By the way, Leahy's the equivalent of the Army of Apes. Remember, these are both long march. You're on a long march. The apes are on the long march to the core of the corruption of Wall and incompetence of Wall Street. Leahy and these others are on the long march to the corruption of elections. You don't have democracy. It's not simply about voting. It's about counting the votes. Remember what Stalin said, or Lenin. Let me count the votes. I don't care who does the voting. And this is what you've got. You got these corrupted, incompetent officials. You're going to see a lot of Arizona and Georgia. A lot of it is just pure incompetence. Now, a lot of it's going to be corruption also. Leahy, tell us about now. Roethlisberger is saying, hey, I think Leahy's right. I think we've got to check into this. CNN, ladies and gentlemen, this is the last 24 hours has been amazing. And for all you at home who said, okay, I hear Bannon, I hear it, maybe not. I'm still curled up. I don't believe it. It's happening. CNN and Yahoo News both are saying, hey, there's something going on in Georgia. Michael Patrick Leahy, your thoughts, observations.
So Laura Baker of the Georgia Star News, part of the Star News Network that I'm the CEO of, broke the story early Monday morning that officials with Fulton County have admitted that they are missing critical ballot transfer forms for absentee ballots cast in the state of Georgia. We calculated, based upon a spreadsheet that they gave us, that they're missing 385 out of 1,565 ballot transfer control forms they should have had, which is, comes to 24%. The number of absentee ballots associated with those missing chain of custody documents is 18,901. They can't produce those documents 7 months after the November 3rd election. This is very significant, and it's taken us this long to get this information out. Brad Raffensperger, Secretary of State Raffensperger, saw that story, and I think, Steve, my appearance on your program and the coverage by the Gateway Pundit and others probably helped accelerate that in front of him. And we have the goods. We have posted, and you can go online to Georgia Star News and see that story. You can see every single one of these 1,180 ballot transfers forms. You can see the spreadsheet they gave us that shows 385 are missing. So this is a red alert alarm for Raffensperger because it points out his failure to do his constitutional duty prior to certifying.
No. Michael, you're such a decent. People should know Michael Patrick Leahy is one of the most decent men I've ever met. They're so hardworking. A Harvard college graduate, Stanford Business School, one of the best educated, one of the smartest people, and a grinder. Michael Patrick Leahy is one of the co-founders of the Tea Party movement. Wrote the best book in the Tea Party movement on the constitutionality of it. One of the best men in this country. But you're very nice. So, okay, let me play the bad cop here. He's a gutless coward, and we're in this situation now across the board because he time and time again went on mainstream media and trashed the President of the United States, trashed all of us. Most perfect, I've looked at, no. Al, right? The liabilities he's got, the personal lawsuits he's going to have, this guy is a total and complete scumbag because he could have done everything, and it was his fiduciary responsibility and his moral obligation to do it.
You're right. So there's Steve Bannon going strong on that. You can see the military and him kicking in, and it's good to see him get fired up. I've been wanting that from him for a while, and he's starting to turn up the heat a lot more with his guest, and he's all over Raffensperger on that one. The Epic Times also put the Arizona audit finishes with hand count, closing in on the end of the paper evaluation. They're projecting the end of this, folks, of that audit in Arizona on June.
Sorry, guys. All right, so, ciao.
Welcome back, America. We have a great patriot, Congressman Jim Jordan. Jim?
So I want to bring to your attention, I don't see the chat, y'all. They doing all kinds of stuff, but it's all right. It's all right. It's all right. They doing all kinds of stuff. I don't see the chat. They're not allowing the chat to be, it's blank on one side, but that's all right. Because as long as you wake up and you do this and you remember this. As long as you do those two things, you're all right. Okay? Seriously, because we should be woke by now. All this mess that's going on and people don't see it. It make me mad. I was sleeping, minding my business. I jumped up, I seen that mess on. So, what do I want to say and how do I want to say it? Okay, so we're not catching this. We're really not. We're really not. We're not catching this. But President Trump, the leader of the free world, the world you live in, me too. He has been telling us, let me try to see if I could do some like, ever since he has been on the front line to fight back, say no, stand up with your flags and your poles and get out to the rallies. He's been saying, why do you think this man don't need to go do no rallies? Why do you think he's doing rallies? He needs you to show up and show out and speak up. Stop sitting home. Stand up and say no to your doctors. Say no to your job. Or you're going to be fired if you don't get the shot. Or you got to be tested. And if they test you, they're giving it to you. Oh, well, I just keep getting tested. No, you ain't going to have to keep getting tested because after they do it twice, or they're number 3, they're going to be good. Not you. They're going to be good to go. Oh, well, you tested 3 times in a year. You don't need to get tested no more. That's because you got 3 to 12 months. And then you're going on to glory. And up to 2 years. This research, not they scientific method, this research. You got up to 2 years. If you don't go to glory within 3 months to 12 months, you got up to 2 years. And that's only contingent on your weight, your height, your health thereof. So go on. President Trump has been telling us. That's why I make my way. I done been to so many rallies in Philadelphia and all over. Make your way. Make yourself known. Say no. Get up. Stand up. Rise up. Speak up. Say no. Don't sit home biting your nails. Get a group of people together. Real people, not some bogus foolery people that I ain't got no money, you gonna pay my way. Leave them behind. I can't do bum yaks. I can't. And bum yaks is bum right here. You ain't got to have no money, but honey, if you got a vision, me and you gonna work it out. You ain't got to have no money in your pocket to be anywhere where she knows. Just don't let this be on stupid though. I can't do nothing with it. And neither can anybody else. Not a leader or anybody. We can't do nothing with that. And you shouldn't either. Stand up. Say no to your doctors. They're going to take this down because I'm telling you, say no. Or let me flip it. Allegedly say no, if that make any sense. I'm going to tell you what I say. No to my job. No to my doctors. I ain't seen a doctor since this mess started and wasn't going then. Say no to the supermarkets when they say you can't come shopping here unless you wear a mask. Okay, then you better start growing your own crop. I don't care if ain't nothing grew on my little plants from my seed. Honey, I'll be eating the plants on it. You think I'm playing? I'll be eating the plants. If my carrots ain't produced yet, I'll be eating the top of the carrot top. See, we punks and we scared and we, I can't pay these bills. Honey, you know I got bills too. People come and cut my grass once a week. I don't know where the money come from, honey, but I tell you what, my son come out of here. Here, mommy, here go $80. I done talked to the man. I said, listen, I really like to patronize you guys. You doing good and everything, and I know you need to pay your bills, but he said, this is how much a monthly XYZ. I said, well, can you afford, can you know, I can't afford it. I don't have a budget to put you in my budget, but I would like you to come service my grass. Can you take this amount? Let me tell you something about this. When it's legally done and rightfully done, and when God is in your life. He said, okay. And honey, he cuts my grass and edges it up, and it's beautiful. Not for what he charged, but what God said that I can afford. And my youngest son come and throw me a couple of dollars because I keep his daughter. I watch her. I call for her, but he grateful, and I feed her. I take care of her, and I love up on her. And my son is grateful. Here, Mom, every Friday. Mom, here go a few dollars. I said, oh, no, baby. This for watching my daughter. No, baby, you ain't got to pay. Well, Mom, just take it and I put it aside, and there you go. My grass cutting money for to pay these people that's working hard. God will keep you. But if you stupid up here and you got all the negative people around, ain't got no money, they always broke and always, you ain't going nowhere. And you're going to be right with them when they say they going to Walmart to get the jab for you're going to be right with them. Stand up, rise up, speak up, and stop being the one that's shutting up because they want to shut us up. I'm so upset. No, I'm not upset. I'm disgusted that it's still going on. And just a little sidebar or side note, as they call it, it's getting ready to get worse. Can you handle it? Or are you going to stand up and speak up? It's getting ready to get worse. Because what you're saying ain't got nothing to do with this man, Doe Biden. And I say Doe because, you know, John Doe, because they don't want the glory. So while I'm still acknowledging he gone, they're going to take this down. I don't care. As long as I get the message out to you. So I'm going to let you listen to the seed of the seed that God left to supervise this nation and get it back on track. I'm going to let you listen to the seed. They've been telling us to get up and say no. Get out there with your signs and say, no, I will not take the back. I will not. Get out there with your sign. The president been telling us his own way. He can't get up and be like, oh, I need everybody to get up because they already saying that he's a villain. I'm so disgusted. But listen to the seed speak. He trying to wake us up too. But we just not getting it. I am.
Okay, guys. So when in America do you make the case for civil disobedience, right? Just not complying with nonsense that's being crammed down our throats. Because it seems the government has been flip-flopping on virtually everything. For example, the Biden administration this week indicated that they are open to returning to the lockdowns. Now, there doesn't seem to be any evidence that the lockdowns actually work, but they're saying because of a spike in COVID-19, they're thinking about maybe returning to the lockdowns, right? They're returning to mask mandates, even for the vaccinated. Now, we were told that if you got vaccinated, you can go back to regular life. Joe Biden himself told us that, but now that doesn't seem to be the case. The White House, for example, is using D.C. as a vaxxed, mask They're saying it's a hot zone for even those that are masked and vaxxed, okay? Because there's 21 people in the hospital with COVID in all of Washington, D.C. Apparently, 5 people in Washington, D.C. have died in the month of July from COVID. Now, who knows if there were pre-existing conditions? They didn't even get into that deal, but 5 in all of those people. And yet, that's a hot zone that they're using to perhaps justify these kind of totalitarian measures. Who wants to bet that more people have been shot in D.C. in the last couple of days, certainly in the month, than have died of COVID-19? I'd be willing to bet big money that that's the case. But in case anyone was under the false impression that the Biden authoritarian mandates were about the science, that's the example that they're using. D.C., for those who are vaxxed and wearing a mask. Again, we were told very specifically, if you get vaccinated, you can get back to life. You don't need masks. And yet now they're telling us, if you're outside, if you're indoors, probably your kids in schools, all of the things that we know probably aren't the case, like they're actually effective, et cetera, doesn't matter. They're also thinking about the lockdowns again. Again, I don't believe there's any evidence out there that showed that the lockdowns were effective at anything other than destroying our economy, destroying your livelihood, small businesses in your neighborhood, restaurants, etc. So it appears to me that the magic number of COVID-19 infections that would be needed to get back to normal is 0 across the world. Until there are 0, we're not getting back to normal. Again, despite the science, despite everything that they told us, and despite the biggest thing, they're talking about they're worried they're not getting enough people vaccinated. You know what, to me, is the surest way to make sure that no one gets vaccinated? Tell them that even if you get vaccinated, nothing will change for you. Nothing will change for you. Apparently, according to the CDC, from a New York Times leaked document, the Delta variant is as contagious as chickenpox and may be spread by vaccinated people as easily as the unvaccinated. This is from an internal CDC report. Now, the CDC is making recommendations, but not actually putting out their data. Why is that? Is it that they don't actually have data to support their decision? Because you would think that a government institution such as the CDC would want to put these things out. So let's stop with the hypocrisy. I'm with Madison Cawthorn when he says, I'll wear a mask when Nancy Pelosi stops insider trading, right? Because let's end all hypocrisy. Not just tell us, do as I say, not as I do. Because that's what we're getting from the government, right? Joe Biden, in his speech, said you don't need a mask if you're vaccinated. But the CDC says the exact opposite 2 days ago. How is this logical? How does this make sense? How does this let us feel like we actually have freedom? Are your kids going to have to wear a mask at school? Probably. But guess who doesn't? Illegal immigrants crossing the southern border. They're probably not tested. They're certainly not wearing masks. And they're released into society because the Democrats need a permanent voting base. So, what's the difference, folks? What changed when we were told for 18 months, if you follow the science, everything will be fine? Because they themselves do not seem to be following the science. Again, there is literally no evidence to me that I've seen that the lockdown works. So it has nothing to do with COVID, but everything to do with power, with you giving up your rights. And once you give them up, they don't come back easily. So the Democrats are making the case for civil disobedience. Democrat and Rhino governors, I'm sure, will be on board, but Republicans have to push back against this nonsense. If there is no actual evidence to back it up, if it's at best theoretical and hasn't actually shown to do anything, we must not comply. Because it appears the most dangerous mutation that I've seen right now, the most dangerous variant, okay, the mutation is not of COVID-19, but the most dangerous mutation seems to be that of our country, of our system of government, from a democracy, from a republic, into a totalitarian dictatorship. Because to me, that's what's the most scary, okay? The White House press secretary gave an entire briefing unmasked to a room full of masked journalists, and not one of them thought to ask why she wasn't wearing one, okay? As she's telling us that we must start wearing masks vaccination status, again, against the science that we were told for so long. This is insane, folks, and someone needs to call it out. Someone needs to say enough is enough. And the way to say enough is to not comply with the nonsense. Until they can show us that they're not just selling us a bill of goods, that they're not just trying to trample our freedoms, that they're not just trying to impose their will upon us, show us the real data. And if they're not willing to do that, that should tell us all we need to know. Okay? Their hypocrisy knows no bounds. You've seen Anthony Fauci and the flip-flops. You've seen Joe Biden and Kamala Harris say that they would never take the vaccine, and yet now they're really for it. But when it was politically expedient to go against it, to sow discord, to try to hurt Trump, they can be on the other side of it. So if we had a real media, the White House press room should be ablaze with questions, and yet they're not. They're not. They don't care. The only person even asking these questions is Peter Doocy, and that's one person out of dozens in that room willing to ask the obvious but inconvenient for the Democrat and liberal media narrative questions. We need more people actually asking that, because again, if they're going to mandate these sorts of things, maybe we should do it at a point where COVID deaths are actually more than the number of people murdered in D.C. Last stat for you. There have been more people murdered in D.C. in the last 4 days than have died of COVID in the last 2 weeks in the same area. Follow the science, folks. Follow the science. Everyone seems to be wanting to do that other than our government.
I don't know what else to say. We need to do our own research, and it's not rocket science. It's not hard to figure out. Like, it's easy. My 6-year-old grandson would tell people and then got in trouble in school because he said, and I mean he do like his grandma. He made a facial expression. He said, Biden I'm laughing because I could see him doing it. He said, Biden ain't the president, he dead. And he got in trouble for it. And I went right on up there. Excuse me, that's his preference. So you chose Biden, but let me educate you on something. He really is dead. Okay? You just following a false narrative, and you'll soon come to know that what you've been shown all of your life was a lie all the way up until today. So he is dead, and I'm telling you that. And if you go to my channel, she knows. You'll see the information, not just from what I'm telling you or you heard my grandson say. Child, stand up. Got a 6-year-old standing up. And he said, I told him Biden was dead. And they made me get in trouble. I said, don't worry about it. I'll be up there tomorrow. And I went up there. Stand up. His son is speaking for a reason all the time. Trying to wake up the people that President Trump is doing everything. Like, can't you just look at him and see that he is doing the work of the Lord? He is saving and sparing this great nation. But he can't come out and say, because they're going to label him a bully and all the other things, do not get the vaccine. And then I hear these stupid people. Why is Trump allowing us to get the vax? Trump ain't allowing you to get the vax. Just like my kids. They my kids, but honey, if they want to go get the vax, I ain't going to stop them. All I can do is tell you about it. So when somebody say that, get away from them. Why is Trump? So Trump's supposed to call each and every one of y'all all over the whole great million trillion nation and say, hey, she knows, don't get the vax. Hey, Christian American patient, don't get the vax. Christian American patient, kids, don't get the vax. I dare people say this man. That lets you know who they voted for. That lets you know they 1 foot in, 1 foot out. Why you still with that man that busts you in your face every day? Why your grown kids still live in your house and they treat you like the poop on the bottom of somebody's shoe? Why is your house falling down, but all the other houses around your neighborhood looks like they being kept up? That's a good question, but yours is not. It drives me crazy, y'all. Why is Trump? Why he not stopping it? So he's supposed to go to everybody's house and stop. And even if he came to your house, I guarantee you, if he went to 20 people's houses, I guarantee you, it would probably only be 3. One of the 3 would definitely be like, yeah, thank you, Trump. I ain't getting it. The second one will be on the fence, having a family meeting about a weaponized something that's going to go on their body. Why you need a meeting? And the other one probably be ready to fight, but still be like, I'm going to go with y'all. I'm going to go with the Trump people, but I don't know y'all. Y'all listen to this white man. Oh, yeah, they say that. It's been said in my family. The moral of this live is, stand up, rise up, and speak up. Tired of losing family members all over the world every time I hear the numbers. And I ain't talking about this farce that they say, oh, 1,600 is at the death toll. I ain't talking about them. I'm talking about the ones that I know for a fact that died because they allowed the narrative to lead them instead of saying, no, I take my chances. No, Jesus did. And he still rose. Why don't you rise? Because this will happen for you. This will happen for you. It'll keep you. I've been saying no for the last 20-something years. Oh, well, you need to get the HIPAA law says that you did it, and you did it. Oh, that's all right. I don't want this job then. Oh, well, you got to wear 2 masks, Miss She Knows. Really? Then printed out a whole stack of COVID this and COVID that, and then passing my little punk behind boss at the time, the principal punk. That's why you going down too, because you was part of them drinking the adrenaline. Child, we ain't even gonna pass me in passing. I'm like, sir, what's this? He said, just read it, you punk. You were supposed to call me in your office and tell me to have a seat and then tell me your concerns and then ask me what I read over this. I get a choice in the matter. So since you gave me that in passing, I left in passing. The end of the day, I went to the office, the principal office, and I stood, usually walk around because I'm a teacher. I walk around and go behind. No, but I'm going to act just like a civilian. Can you tell the principal to come out here? Oh, well, come on back, Miss She Knows. What are you doing? I'm all right. He came out here fixing his tie, always fixing his tie, because that's a sign of guilty. That's a sign of uncomfortable. That's a sign of mischievousness. Always fixing his tie, coming out. Yes, Miss She Knows. I said, today is my last day. Since you gave me no question, no rhyme or reason, I'm gonna give you no rhyme or reason. Your last day? Yes, sir. With a smile too. Because I make the choices God say I can't. Well, come in my office and talk. Oh, ninja. Y'all, ninja. That could be any color and any person and anything. Oh, ninja. You want me to come in your office now, but you gave me a whole stack of stuff to read and pass. As if I was a kid and I was in trouble. I didn't get to talk and speak and say my say. But now you want me to come in your office. I said, no, I'm fine. He said, what do you mean, Miss She Knows? What? Come on, Miss She Knows. Come on in the office. We need to talk. I said, no. Because I catch the bus, in the city on Park. This side. I'm going to miss my bus. He walking me out the door. I'm looking. And now I'm done. So, but I don't want to give him the bad look because I might need you for reference, but not really because I'm a reference and God is too. So he said, let me, couldn't even talk. I look, he was right beside me. I look. I said, no, sir. Today is my last day. He said, are you sure? But what happened? Blah, blah, blah. I said, sir, you know me. My yes is my yes. And my no is a no. No, I will not be coming back after today. And I left. And then they sent the other teachers to flood my email and to flood my phone and text messages and all. Say no! Stand up for something. God's been keeping me ever since. That was March. Excuse me, I'm sorry. Because March 16th is when they told us that the pandemic was starting. That was November 4th when they called us back, you know. Say no. And I'm saying say no. It's up to you what you decide. They're going to take this down because we ain't supposed to tell y'all that. And I don't care. Take your job, stick it all the way up your testicles and let it protrude out of your testicles. Yeah. In that order. In that order. And then have a bowel movement of diarrhea for yourself. I'm so disgusted with these people that nobody's woke yet. And everybody is running around still getting this weapon put in their body. Now, I ain't saying everybody got to know the Lord, but he did give us common sense. Wait a minute. You want us to get the vaccine? And you said that it's still not going to work. And then I got to get a second one. And that's still not going to work. And a third one. And that's still not going to work. Even the law says that they can't try you for the same thing twice. Why are you getting a second thing for the same thing twice? And a third thing for the same thing 3 times? We need to wake up. Yeah. Stand up. Rise up. And speak up. And remember, this thing I know. God will never leave you nor forsake you. I'm a living witness.